Great Friday morning, April 16th, 2021. To God be the glory for yet another dawning, another opportunity to do His will, to experience His love, even if we don't do anything productive today, just sit and bask in His presence. Or maybe you can't get up from the hospital bed to lay down in His presence. Don't you know that the Lord still can minister to you while you are in a horizontal position? Yes, He can. I was so thankful that the Lord blessed my son yesterday as far as being able to get up. There was a point where he couldn't move. But the Lord would minister right there in that position where you are. Okay. And that reminded me of a scripture, Psalms 46. The promise is this, that He will help us right early in the morning time, in the beginning of the day, in the beginning of our life, in the beginning of an initiative, at the start of something big or small. If we consult Him, we were talking about as far as being insecure, right? The word insecure means that you're not solid in yourself. But really, the definition means that you're not anchored and solid within yourself back to your Creator, because He is the source of strength. He's the source of our protection and our identity. So when there is a breach, when we are not fully anchored and connected to our Creator, then we are going to have holes and voids and areas in our life where we will try to fill with different agencies and substances and the like. It can be anything. We'll fill it with food. We'll fill it with activities. We'll fill it with gambling. We'll fill it with drugs. We'll fill it with shopping. We'll fill it with men. We'll fill it with women. We'll fill it with sex. We'll fill it with money. We'll fill it with anything outside of God. And because we're trying to chase it, we'll never be satisfied. That's why, remember when Saul departed from the Lord, he did his own thing. And it said an evil spirit tormented him. And it was from the Lord, because he turned his back. He's turned his back to the Lord. So when we turn our back, we'll never have peace. We'll never have joy. We'll never have rest. So Psalms 46:5 says, God is in the midst of her. God is in the midst of you. God is in that vacuum. Only He can fill if we're twice born and we have accepted Him in our life. And He will allow us not to be moved by what is going on around us. He shall help us. It says God shall help her, because God is our refuge. He's our shelter. When life happens and people hurt us, whatever, out there, God is our inner strength and a very present help in trouble. There you go. So we pick up in the 20th chapter of 1 Samuel where, Saul is just beside himself. There was a feast and David wasn't there, and Saul is asking Jonathan, where is David? He's supposed to be here in this 3-day feast. And then Jonathan is explaining, he went to his home country in Bethlehem. And Saul's like, you lying. Fill in the blank. And then he brings in his mother, Jonathan's mother. I don't know if it was Saul's wife, but he was like, thou son of a perverse, rebellious woman, in verse 30, do not I know that thou hast chosen the son of Jesse to thine own confusion? So he's bringing his mama into it, and haven't we done that all along? Or haven't we heard that? Like, your mama, I don't think they do that anymore. But what did the mama have to do with anything? Because Saul was being tormented. So we know that he was insecure. We know that there was some craziness going on, and the enemy will make a fool out of you when you're so angry. And Saul was like, you know what? You're not going to have a chance to be king, Jonathan, because David is still alive. He's a dead man. I'm going to kill him. Look, Jonathan knew that he wasn't going to be king. He was secure within himself. Isn't that something? That Jonathan was able to be solid, even though his father was, ooh. And then his father talked about his mother. Family drama, just like we have today. Oh, it's your mama's genes, and they were crazy. And listen, God still can make us solid. God still can make us complete. No matter who our parents were, what were the circumstances of them coming together, listen, as long as we are connected to the Lord, and a promise is, in Psalm 16:11, we would have gone that, thou hast shown us the path of life. He is the only source. In thy presence is fullness of joy. In thy right hand, there are pleasures forevermore. Be rooted and grounded in your Creator. No one else can satisfy. It runs out. Have a wonderful Friday, enjoying the presence and being rooted in the Lord.